Turtle TV. Hi guys, and welcome back to Turtle TV. So, as you can see, today we are going to be doing a LEGO Star Wars set. But not just any LEGO Star Wars set, we're going to be doing one of the sets that I was the most excited about when it was announced. This is LEGO Star Wars set number 75302, the Imperial Shuttle, and it comes in at 660 pieces. Now, one of the main reasons that I was so excited for this set is because I missed out on every other Imperial Shuttle that has been released. If I remember correctly, I believe this is the 5th Imperial Shuttle that has been released, and, you know, it's just one of my favorite ships. I liked it in the movies, and I think it will do great in LEGO form. Now, before we get too much further in the video, I want to say if you're new here, you haven't subscribed yet, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps the channel out. Also, be sure to leave likes on any videos that you enjoy. Now, looking at the box here, it looks like this comes with a Darth Vader, a Luke Skywalker, and an Imperial officer. So the Imperial officer is probably going to be our pilot. And all three of those minifigures look pretty cool. Let's take a look at the back here. Alright, so one of my favorite things about the Imperial Shuttle is the wings fold up when it lands, and it just looks super neat. Now, this has some extra features that the shuttle in the movies and the shows wouldn't have, like the cockpit hatch opens here, so you can take the pilot in and out, and it looks like the, I want to say, dorsal fin part kind of pulls back so you have access to the cargo / passenger hangar, which makes sense. You know, this isn't going to be 100% accurate to the way the actual shuttle is in the movie, but that's okay. It still looks pretty cool. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy built and see what it looks like. Now that I have it built, I'm going to have to say I am really happy with this set already, and I haven't even really played with it a lot yet. But before we talk about the shuttle, let's do what we always do and talk about some minifigures first. First up, we're going to talk about this guy. And I was really disappointed when I got to building him because I did not get a set of legs for him. Now, it's really rare to have missing pieces in LEGO sets. You know, I've only had this one and one other in all the years I've been collecting LEGO. And if you ever run across this, LEGO customer service is actually extremely helpful, and they do a really good job of getting you the pieces that you are missing. So just be sure to reach out to them and let them know what you're missing, and they'll get it to you. So what I did is I just grabbed a spare set of black legs and threw them in here for purposes of this video, but the actual character would have some printing on his legs. So with the Imperial officer, you can see there is some printing here on the torso, making it look like he is wearing his dress uniform, looking really nice. There is some back printing here. I really like this hat. It's got the nice little Imperial cog, and he does have the face printing with the little headset on it. No reverse side of the face. Next up, let's talk about Luke Skywalker. Now, this is post Luke getting his hand cut off, so he does have the robotic hand with the black, glove on it. That's why his hands are two different colors. And I really like the fact that they gave this hairpiece. I like this hairpiece a lot better than some of the others that I have seen for Luke. Now, the printing on Luke looks good. I'm pretty happy with the Luke printing. The back does look really good as well. Luke does have a more serious, kind of halfway frowny face, and kind of a, I don't want to say happy, because it's not really a full smile, but we'll say smirking face. I left him with a serious face on because, he's hanging out with Darth Vader and an Imperial officer, so he's probably not having a very good time right now. Now, he does actually come with some handcuffs. I just didn't have that right here. And last but not least, we have the Darth Vader character. He is very imposing looking, even in minifigure form. Of course, he comes with his red lightsaber. I'm going to set that to the side. Darth Vader does have some amazing leg printing. I am a big fan of leg and arm printing whenever we can get it. He's got the classic Darth Vader printing on the chest, no arm printing here. He does have some halfway decent back printing, so can't really complain too much, even though you won't see it because of his cape. However, the part that I am most excited about with this Darth Vader, I really like what they did with the helmet and the face on him. You know, instead of just having a black head like some of the older ones did, he actually has a almost albino white face with pretty accurate printing on there. He's even got some of the scars and everything on the back of his head. I really like the way that they did this Darth Vader. The helmet is also extremely well done. It comes in two pieces so that if you have the top part of his helmet off, you can still have that bottom part, just like in the movie when he's in his little machine and he turns around and the helmet comes down and connects, and I just actually really love it. Can't say how much I like it. So you only get the 3 minifigures in this set, which is fine. And so let's move on to the actual shuttle. Before I move to the shuttle, I want to give a quick shout out to my buddy Rubber Duck. Rubber Duck is somebody that I've been playing a video game with for the last few years, and just wanted to give him a quick shout out. Hey, Rubber Duck. All right, so the shuttle. I love this shuttle. So you can see it in its landed position here with wings folded up. They will fold up more, but I don't like the way that looks nearly as much as if it was just like this. And so I just leave it like this. I do like how they did these fins. It was a lot of fun to build those. The wings are cool. The mechanism for folding them up seems stiff enough to where I don't think it's going to wear out super quickly if you're folding them up and down a lot and playing with it. But probably eventually it will. So if you look at it here, the cockpit does open. There's not a lot going on in there. Your Imperial officer will fit down in there, and he does have to lay back more than I would like, unfortunately. Stick him in there so you can see. So this is what he looks like when he's inside the shuttle. He does have to lay back quite a bit in order to fit. I understand the engineering constraints when doing these Lego sets, that in the movies that cockpit would be much larger than that, but this is only a $69.99 set, so you really can't expect UCS detail in one of these. So that's pretty much it for the cockpit. You can see here that it does have the blaster cannons here and here. Looks really nice and imposing. There is 2 stud launchers on either side of the cockpit, which are really cool. I like the stud launchers a lot, and they do fire and go pretty far. Stud launchers are a lot of fun. So are the missile launchers. Let's see if I can show this off pretty easily here. So up top here, there's a little mechanism that you can pull back. If you pull that back, your top part of your shuttle will open up, and you can gain access to the passenger area / cargo hold area, and you can actually fit 2 minifigures inside here. It's a little bit cramped, but they will fit. And what I was doing actually is off to the side, there are those kind of seat pieces. I was storing the lightsabers down in there as well, just so that I had a place to put them. Alright, so let's move on to the rear. The back of the shuttle looks really good. I like the fact of the engines being the light transparent blue pieces. It just looks really good for an engine piece, and there's really not a lot to talk about on the back here. Down on the bottom, my only real complaint about the set is the landing gear. So there are no real landing gear per se. You just get these 3 Technic pieces, which you use as kind of landing legs. My biggest complaint about spaceships is when they don't have retractable landing gear. Now, some people say that they're not as stable as the ones that are just built in, but I just really like it when the landing gear retract. It makes a sleeker, nicer looking design, but these ones are not that bad, with all that considered, because they're small enough to not really take away from the overall design of the ship. And so, one thing that I haven't actually shown off yet is the folding down of the wings. Now, they do go down to a pretty severe angle. You can, put them all the way down. Let's see how far they'll go. They'll go down to about there, and it just doesn't look quite right with it like that. So I like everything all even and symmetrical, so I put it just like that. Whoops. There we go. So if you're like me and Ethan, you actually play with your sets, and so this one does not fail to impress when it comes to its swooshability and its its play features here. There is plenty of space to hold on to it and fly it around, and it just looks fantastic. Looks good. Those wings are a little bit, widespread, so you got to be careful you don't hit them on things, but they are on there pretty good, so the stability really isn't a problem. I really like this shuttle. And coming in for a landing. There it is. Alright, so I've shown off the minifigures, I've shown off the shuttle. The only thing left to do is talk about this set's score. So, for the Imperial Shuttle set number 75302, it does retail for $69.99 in the United States. For that price, you will get 660 pieces. That comes to just over 10 cents per piece. I always round that up, so we'll say 11 cents per piece. That's not bad. Usually 10, 11 cents is the low side for a Star Wars set. So, if you're looking straight just price per piece, this set isn't bad. Now for the Turtle TV rating and recommendation. For complexity, this set gets a 7 out of 10. Stability, 9 out of 10. Play features, 9 out of 10. Aesthetics, 10 out of 10. Now, I know the aesthetics category is going to be a little more subjective, but I personally really like how this shuttle looks. For uniqueness, it lost some points because it is not the first Imperial shuttle, but it did still score an 8 out of 10. It's the first in its size category. Alright, so that gives us an overall score of 84 out of 100. So the official Turtle TV recommendation is a definite buy. I would definitely recommend anybody go ahead and pick this set up. It's a great set to play with. It's a great set to display. Its cost per piece isn't terribly high, so you do get a pretty good deal when you get it. As always, even though I recommend buying it at the retail price if you can find it, if you can get it for cheaper, by all means do that too, because everybody loves to save money. Alright, well, thank you so much for tuning in today. As always, if you agree or disagree with me on my rating system and anything I've said about this shuttle, let me know in the comments down below. I always love hearing from you guys. Also, if you're new here or you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and leave likes on any videos that you enjoy. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Until next time, bye. Turtle TV.